Hey y'all, we're here for a student spotlight with the drum majors, Brenda Torado and Taylor Tipton. How did y'all become drum majors?
It's funny because we didn't really even know what drum majors were at first, but Mr. King, he has clinics set up after school around May, and you go after school and he takes you through what you need to do for leadership, and he teaches you all the things to do, obviously with your hands because that's what we mainly move, and your 4/4, just your time signatures and what you need to know and the important steps after that. And after you finish the clinic, then you have an audition and he decides.
Okay, I auditioned 2 times. My second time I became a drum major. Like she said, we went through clinics. Basically, he teaches you all the basics and stuff like that, and that's how he determines from a group of selected people who are auditioning how you become a drum major. He selects 3 people to become his drum majors.
What are some of y'all's responsibilities as drum majors?
To be an example is number 1, and that's his main thing as well. If you're not supposed, the band is not supposed to be talking, you definitely cannot be. If we're outside before the band directors are, we have to start practice right on time. Basically, we fill in where the band directors need us to, and just lead by doing what you're supposed to do always at the right time, which sometimes can be difficult because you can go from being in the band to playing and talking a lot to now you have this big role and you have to always be on your A game, like you don't have any breaks or anything like that. And you can't, the heat is another thing. A lot of people gripe and whine about the heat, and Lord knows I want to so bad, but I can't. And I just got to act like, nothing's wrong. And that's a big deal too.
You gotta know when to when to go from playing around to being a leader, and when to step in when the band directors can't handle something, so you gotta handle it. Because the band directors don't always have time to handle everything or little problem.
Leadership is a streamline. What's the order?
The order of importance is you're in your group. First of all, if you're in your section, you ask someone else in your section if you have a minor question. If that person doesn't know, you go to your section leader. If your section leader doesn't know, they'll come to us. And if we don't know, we'll just go to the head.
What instrument do you originally play?
I play saxophone, alto sax.
I played flute.
What got you into band?
I got into band by accident. In intermediate school, you had to bubble sheets to go into middle school what you wanted to do, and I didn't sign up for band. And all of a sudden, when they came into intermediate school to see what you wanted to do, they called my name, and I was like, I didn't sign up for it. And I tested it out, and I tried out for flute, and they were like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And so that's how I got into band.
See me, I've always been an artsy person. I'm just artistic all around, and I've always been all things music. So in intermediate school, before they do the testing of what instrument you're gonna play, I didn't know that it would be like this. I mean, I don't regret my decision, but I'm just like, okay, music, you know what I mean? I want to learn more instruments. I want to learn more things about music, and so that's how I initially got into it. Marching band, I ask myself every day, like, why am I in this? But yeah. It's completely different. It's hard, but once you get to the competitions and Friday night football, man,
it's worth it.
It's worth it, but yeah.
What are the difficulties of being a drum major?
It's definitely all the stress. A lot of people think drum majors don't do a lot of stuff because they don't see it, but it's more of a lot of hard work behind closed doors, if I would say so myself. It's a lot of having to drill a lot of stuff into your brain and keep the hard work going, because you have to conduct a whole band, and so you have to be quote-unquote perfect for the band, because if you mess up, you mess up the band too, because they have to look at you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I think for it also depends on the type of person. For me personally, I think keeping tempo when the band isn't used to looking at you, which is usually in the beginning. After that, I mean, you're fine, but especially as head drum major, when you're trying, especially if you're trying to keep tempo with Brian, which is our lead snare drum, and I'll look at his feet to make sure I'm, because you can see your tempo with his feet. And so it's also very difficult when the band is not used to watching you, and so they're dragging and you're trying to push a tempo. That's really difficult. And the heat, I can't say that enough. That it's hard, but it's fine because you don't get to really complain or anything like that. And also dealing with people, because sometimes you'll have your own friends who like to goof around. That's not necessarily hard all the time, but sometimes they're just like, they play too much, and I'm just like, hey y'all, let's be quiet. And they'll be joking and they'll keep going. And so that's really, really frustrating. But other than that, like Brenda said, it's just the responsibilities. It can be stressful, but other than that, it's cool.
Are y'all excited for the DC Expo coming up?
Mad excited.
I'm so excited.
I really
looking forward to it.
I really think we're gonna do good. Considering it's not like a big competition, so if you don't see us saying that, oh, we got first place, that's why. Because every other competition, just know we will be saying that. But I think we're doing pretty good. I think a lot of people in the band might be a little discouraged because they don't see it. But considering we're on, the podiums and stuff, we pretty much see a lot, and it's looking good. So I'm thinking we on a straight path.